Hi, I'm James with the Brains Report, and today we're going to review this Garmin Forerunner 945 fitness tracking smartwatch. I'm gonna try something a little different today. I'm pushing my video editing skills to the limits. Hopefully, while you watch this, you'll see some images instead of my beautiful mug, and you'll be able to see close-up shots of what I'm talking about with this watch and the app and the web browser site, website, web page. I'm not very good with the internet. So let's get started. I've been using this for about 18 months. So I've had it for quite a while, been wearing it every day. It's only within the last couple months I started wearing it 24 hours a day. I've been using it to track my sleeping, to better gauge how well I'm sleeping on the different mattresses I'm testing and other sleep products. So it's kind of helping me with my professional work. So I've used it for a variety of activities. I've worn it while swimming, while riding a bicycle, while running, walking. The main thing I do is walk. I love walking, but I also run. I do both on a daily basis. I've been kind of lazier lately with it, just to take a little break in the winter and let my body heal a little bit. This is designed with the triathlete in mind, because it can be used for swimming and can track your swimming and that sort of stuff. It's also designed for extreme nerds, people who like to know all sorts of stats about their workais. This breaks it down. This is about as stats heavy as it gets. So as I mentioned, it's good for swimming. It's waterproof to a depth of 50 meters. I unfortunately have not been able to test that. I don't think I have ever gone 50 meters in the water down. I've of course gone that far across the surface of water. I think the deepest I've probably gone is about 20 feet. I live a pretty boring life, and this has done a great job at any depth I've taken it to, a maximum of 20 feet. So yeah, I haven't had any performance issues at all. The only issue I've had with this is the loose loop here. Last month it broke, and so for a while, and this thing was just flopping around just in the wind, and that was a major pain in the butt. It got very uncomfortable. I hit things and it'd do that. It'd make sounds. I contacted Garmin about it, and no questions asked. They immediately sent me 2 replacement loose loops, and yeah, with a quick install, it was all set. No more of the flapping. See? This features a GPS mode with maps loaded for your area. You can also get maps for pretty much anywhere in the world where there are maps. This is a great option if you're hiking. I don't really use the maps that often. I usually have my phone with me, but if you prefer to not have your phone on you, that would be a great option. It loads right onto the watch. It also has a heart rate monitor. I'll show you the flashing lights, but it measures it on the bottom there and takes different readings. And yeah, it has an accelerometer. It tells how your steps are going, basically. It also can measure the VO2 max. which is awesome for figuring out how well your training's going. It's got a bunch of different ways of measuring that. It takes the heat and also the altitude that you're at to determine how well you can perform in different areas. That's great if you're like in a relatively flat area like me here in Michigan. You go somewhere like the Himalayas to go for a jog. It's a great thing. You can also add on a bunch of different Garmin gadgets that will work directly with this, and it can give you even more accurate assessments of stuff like your heart rate. You can do the chest monitor. You can also get this little dongle thing that'll help assess your running form. And right now, the watch appears only to be available in black. And it's kind of bulky. This is the only option you get. It's not really the most fashionable thing, and for some people it might not be the best to have this giant thing on your wrist. I've gotten pretty used to it, but as you can see, you've got a couple inches in diameter, kind of big in. Another kind of negative is you need the proprietary cord to charge the watch. So if you happen to be away from the home and you don't have the charger and this is starting to get low on battery power, you're kind of SOL. You can't really like rely on like a micro USB cord or some other commonly found cord. You gotta have the proprietary one. Fortunately, the battery lasts an incredibly long time. The manufacturer, Garmin, says that it lasts for 2 weeks on smart mode, and 10 hours in GPS. But in real life, I found it lasts quite a bit longer. I maybe charge this every couple of weeks, and it's usually when it gets below half the charge. It's got a little battery life sensor thing on the top that you can look at, and that will tell you if you're starting to get low or not. I usually start charging it if it's below half, and that's usually every a little more than a week. Of course, when you're doing a lot of activities, when I'm doing daily measurements of long activities, like an hour or more, it tends to drain the battery more. That's the GPS aspect. Found that, like I said, customer service is excellent. Also, the app is very useful. It has a 4.6 star rating with about 500,000 reviews in the Google Play Store. And in the Apple App Store, it's got a 4.4 star rating with about 25,000 reviews. That shows me that people in general are happy with this, and I personally am happy with it. I found that the step tracker is accurate. When walking normally, like on a treadmill, I have a treadmill that counts your steps based on footfalls, so that's about as accurate as it gets. And I found that this also measured the same number of steps as the treadmill did, which tells me it's accurate. The problem is when you are doing exercises that don't involve your arms moving. It's based on your arm movements, really. So if I found when I go to the grocery store and I have my hands on the grocery cart, it doesn't measure steps really at all. I have to push with one arm and move my arm in a somewhat natural way. I've also had a couple instances where I'll be washing my hands and I'll hit my step goal, or I'll just be lazing about on the couch and moving a little, getting into a better position, and bam, I'll hit my step goal. So if you tend to wash your hands frequently, which I strongly recommend. You may have some inflated numbers, but if you happen to be going to the grocery store all the time or pushing a stroller, that sort of stuff, you'll likely have deflated numbers. So as the smartwatch name suggests, this can double as a smartwatch. It can alert you of incoming calls, texts, tell you if people are sliding into your DMs, and it can let you know if you got emails. And you can also do contactless payment with this. These are all features that I've used at one point, but I tend to turn them off. I'm a writer and I want as few distractions as possible, so I tend not to use this much as a smartwatch. This is my fitness tracker. It also can play music. It's got, you can pair it with Spotify or I believe iHeartRadio, a bunch of different things, and it loads the music directly onto your watch, so you can play music on your Bluetooth device without having your phone nearby. This is great for going for walks and you just don't want to carry your phone with you. Another awesome thing is you can have it send to your emergency contacts or whoever you choose. You can have it send your location when you're out and about cycling or doing other activities. And that way, if they don't hear from you for a couple hours, let's say you fall off a cliff or fall into a ravine or just generally like go unconscious, as people tend to do, it will alert the person of where you are. If they notice that you've been missing for a couple days, they can just check and, oh, he's in that ravine. He's in Dead Man's Ravine. That's where he ended up. And they can know where your final resting place was, in case the feds come snooping around. You can also send an alert, an emergency notification if you're like in the ravine and still conscious. You can choose to send it. You can also choose what notification is sent. Sorry, I'm getting a runny nose. It's the winter and condensation builds up, and yeah. Sorry for being impolite. The display is easy to read during workouts, and there are countless skins that you can use you can upload it to your phone and they're free. I had a Fallout skin and also a Nyan Cat. Those were kind of cool, cutesy ones. And yeah, if you want to make your display look cooler or maybe easier to read while you're working out. So my recommendation, right now this baby costs $545 on Amazon. That is far outside my budget as a product reviewer. Don't get me wrong though, I absolutely love this. Last year I lost 55 pounds and I've kept that weight off much thanks to this. It has helped me track my exercises, push my steps up. I love it. But with my budget, I would look for a much more affordable option. If you are looking for alternatives, I'd recommend the Garmin Forerunner 235 or possibly 35. They do a lot of stuff, but they don't have as many whistles and bells. For me, I don't need the whistles and bells. If you need something heavy duty that doubles as a smartwatch, you may want to consider this. In general, though, I would recommend Garmin. As I said, excellent customer service. And I've been using Garmin devices for over a decade. I've used like the old school ones that are like even clunkier. And you had to like stand still for the GPS to really connect. I strongly recommend Garmin. Fitbit's the other big name. I've used Fitbits, but it just doesn't seem as high quality and accurate as the Garmin. That's my full review. Links to everything that I've mentioned are in the description below. Also, please subscribe, please. Right now we're trying really hard to get to 1,000 subscribers so that I can monetize the channel, make more and better videos to help you make better buying decisions. Once I get to 1,000, I'm going to donate $100 to the Equal Justice Initiative, just because I want to give back. Anything I make, I'm going to give some of the proceeds to important social causes. And I'm sure there are things that I didn't cover. There's so much to cover with this watch. If you have any questions, please comment below and I will get back to you within 24 hours. In the meantime, stay fit.